I've been away from BL series for a while, but I think it's finally time to jump back in. So today I'm sharing my personal BL watch list, the series that caught my attention because of the cast, the story, or simply the overall vibe. But while putting this list together, I realized something. I've become surprisingly picky. I thought making this watch list would be easy, but after scrolling through dozens of BL announcements and watching trailer after trailer, only a handful actually made me stop and think, okay, this looks interesting. So don't expect every trending title to be here. These are simply the series that genuinely caught my attention. So let's get started. First is Gunshot. It was about a man who loses the love of his life and begins taking revenge on everyone responsible. But the police officer investigating the case tries to save him before he completely loses himself. I actually clicked on this trailer because it's of Gun. I already know they have great chemistry, and Gun is one of my favorite actors. He's one of those actors who can make you feel every emotion without saying much. What surprised me though was the trailer itself. I was expecting a tense thriller, but instead, it felt more like a heartbreaking drama. I honestly didn't expect to get emotional while watching someone go around murdering people. But here we are.
ผมจะทำให้คุณกลับมายิ้มได้อีกครั้ง
Next is Police in Love. The story follows a police officer with terrible luck who slowly has to marry someone born on a specific date and whose name has a certain letter in it to change his fate. I actually clicked on this trailer because it is Yinwar. They're both really talented actors, so I was curious right away. But what made it stay on my watch list is that it isn't just a romance. It's also a police action, comedy, and mystery cases to solve. So it looks like it'll have a really fun balance of humor, suspense, and romance. And I think this one's going to be a really entertaining watch. Next on my watch list is Write You Again. It's about a young man who loses all his memories after an accident and returns to the place where he grew up, hoping to find the answers he's been searching for. There, he reunites with someone important from his past. What actually made me click on this trailer was the title. Write You Again immediately made me curious. Then, the trailer starting asking questions like,
ตกลงตอนนั้นเราเป็นอะไรกันวะอะไรสำคัญกับมึงมากกว่าล่ะอดีตหรือว่าปัจจุบัน
I think those questions are what really sold me. Instead of focusing on recovering lost memories, the story seems to ask something deeper. If you can't change your past, can you choose the future you want to write? That's the kind of character-driven story I really enjoy. So, this is definitely one I'll be watching. Next on my list is Still Holding Up Like the Moon. The story follows an actor known as the Eternal Moon, whose life ends in tragedy at just 25 years old. Somehow, someone from the present is given a chance to return to the past before that tragedy happens. What really caught my attention though wasn't the time travel mystery. It was the actor himself. The trailer shows someone who's liked by everyone on the outside, but quietly falling apart behind the scenes. There's one moment where he's told to smile for the cameras, but he simply can't. Then, the trailer gave us this scene.
การที่ผู้ชายรักกับผู้ชายแล้วมันผิดยังไงอะ จนวันสุดท้ายยินดีรอ
That scene alone completely sold me. It feels like a story about fame, identity, and the pressure of pretending everything is okay, even when you're breaking inside. I'm really looking forward to seeing where this story goes. Next on my watch list is 17th Spring. It's about man who's born with HIV and transfers to a new school after losing his grandmother. That's where he meets Stan, a former swimmer who's dealing with struggles of his own. I'll admit though, I'm kind of over school HBLs these days, but I like the connection between these two characters.
ไม่สบายขนาดนี้เอาแต่ยิ้มอยู่ได้
แล้วท่านอ่ะสบายดีขนาดนี้ทำไมไม่ยิ้มบ้าง
I don't know. I think those lines sold the whole series for me. It feels like they're both carrying different kinds of pain. Somehow, they become the person who understands the other the most. I have a feeling this one's going to make me cry. So yes, it's definitely on my list of series to watch out for.
ดีมากๆสำหรับเราละ
Finally, Plan B to you.
และอีกข้อ
Unlike the other series on this list, this one didn't have to
คือ
convince
ผู้
me.
ชายคนนี้
And let's be honest,
ผมไม่คิด
I'd
เลยว่า
watch every
รอยยิ้ม
Boon
ของไอ้
Prem
ผู้ชายคน
series
เนี้ย
there is.
จะเป็นจุดเริ่มต้นของหาย
This
นะ
one is about Niall, who spends his life savings on a house, only to discover it's haunted. When the owner refuses to take it back, Niall comes up with a new plan. Get an internship at the owner's music label and make his life miserable instead. What I really like about this one is how different it feels. After so many emotional and heavy stories, this looks like the fun rom-com I've been waiting for. And also, I have a feeling the story isn't really about the house. It's about finding a place and person that finally feels like home. And honestly, I think this is exactly the kind of fresh start I've been hoping to see from Boon Prem after years of intense emotional dramas.
ผมคงเลือกที่จะได้
This
เจ
is
อ
definitely the series I'm looking forward
ศั
to
ตรู
the
ที่รักคน
most.
นี้
And that's my BL watch list for the next few months, or whenever this series finally air. These aren't necessarily the biggest or most talked about series, but they're simply the ones that make me stop, watch the trailer, and think, yeah, I want to see where this goes. Let me know which BL series you're looking forward to the most, or if there's one I completely missed that you think I should check out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.